Welcome to the Infinite Podcast. My name is Carlos Andres Ruiz, and today is a special episode. I feel like I say this every time, but lately we've had new guests come onto the podcast, and every guest that comes on is always just such a treat to just listen to them, to have conversations with them. And today we have a guest that he invited another guest, so we have a guest that I don't even know, but I'm so excited to get to know him. And the guest that I do know, I think the best way that I can describe him is like, every time he steps on the field, there's so much joy that comes with him. He's like joy put in skin and bone, and it's always a pleasure to see his smile and then come in and work with him and help him in the development stages of soccer. But to be honest, for me, it's just another friend that I get to have as a coach. And so with us today, we have Nathan Jules and Derek Rodriguez. What's good, Nathan?
What's good?
How you doing, bro?
Good.
So good to meet you, bro.
Thank you.
So welcome to the podcast. You guys just got here from New York.
Yeah.
When did you guys arrive?
Yesterday, around 12. Yeah.
12 p.m.
Yeah,
a.m.?
p.m.
Yeah. And I heard it was a bit of a trip.
Yeah.
What was the trip like? What you fly, you train, car?
No, we took the bus from Alfred, New York.
Okay.
Then we made a stop in New Jersey. It was like a 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
Then we came to from New Jersey to Boston. It was like a 4-hour drive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's like 12. Yeah.
Neither of you have done that drive before.
Never.
No. So one thing that I learned when I started doing the podcast is I just started talking with Mel, and we just go back and forth, and somebody that helps me, it's like, yo, you guys know who you are, the people that you work with know who you are, but if there's new listeners, they have no clue who you guys are.
Yeah.
So we needed to do a whole episode on origin story.
Yeah.
And since you guys are our new guests onto our podcast, let's start with that. Let's just try to get to know. For me, this is my first time knowing you, and then Nate, a lot of the people actually know you that listen, but for the people who don't. So we'll start with that. Let's start with you, Nate. Nate, if somebody's listening and they don't know who you are, who is Nate?
So my name is Nathan Sam Jules, originally from Haiti.
You were born there?
Yeah, I was born there. Moved quite a lot from Haiti to DR, then to Miami, then here.
Wait, hold on. You got to give us details. How old were you from one to the next?
Oh, so I left Haiti in 2021, if I'm not lying.
Okay.
So I was about 12, 13, around that age. Then went to Miami in 2024. Yeah, and then came it was 16, 17. Yeah. And then came to Boston.
And Haiti's now in the World Cup, no?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Yes.
You're excited?
Excited.
Is it the first time that they're in the World Cup?
It means more, cause the last time Haiti qualified for the World Cup, my mom's uncle played in the team.
Oh, for real?
So she was very not sad, but joy, and you know. So it means a lot, yeah.
Damn, I didn't know your uncle played for the national team.
That, yeah.
Cool. All right, so we went Haiti to DR.
Yeah.
To Miami.
Yeah.
To Boston.
Yeah, and then now I'm playing college.
And now New York.
Yeah.
Where in New York?
Alfred, New York. It's
Alfred.
upstate.
What's the name of your university?
Alfred University.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's been year one at that university.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a little bit of a quick story.
Yeah.
Let's go, Derek. Tell me a little bit about you.
Okay. My name is Derek Rodriguez. I'm from Panama. Right now I'm playing college. I'm Nathan's roommate. I'm very excited to share this experience with you guys.
Yeah. This is dope. I like it. I think something that would be cool is, I would love, because you guys just met not too long ago.
Yeah, not too long ago. Yeah.
Give me if you had to describe Derek to somebody, just so I get to know him a little bit more, because sometimes it's hard to talk about yourself.
Yeah.
You know? How would you describe Derek?
Or
let's go with this. This might be easier. As a soccer player, describe him
as a soccer player.
Yeah.
Very, very tough. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very
Give me examples. What?
Like a player.
He's definitely getting a yellow card.
No, not like that. But
almost
he's a very good defender.
Okay. What position?
Defender. It's not easy to get past him. Very technical.
All right.
Yeah.
And give me something about his personality.
Just like me, man, joyful. That's why we got close very fast, because we're almost the same person. So it wasn't like really that, or we didn't have to like break no ice or anything. Like from the get-go, like the first day, we like create a good relationship.
Yeah.
And then that's
cool.
yeah.
Cool. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me something about Nate.
Nathan, he's amazing. Like as a player, he's like very good. The most thing that I like about him is like he never give up.
Okay.
He always trying, and he never like tired about like keep trying. That's like the thing that I most like.
Admire.
Yeah, admire about him.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And the three things that we normally focus on in this podcast is relational intelligence, emotional intelligence, and character development. And one thing that I do really appreciate about you is that you never complain, bro. And like, it doesn't matter if the practice is far, it doesn't matter if you're getting playing time, it doesn't matter if you feel like you're the best on the team or the worst on the team. I've never heard you complain. You're always showing up and making the best out of it, not just for you, but for the people around. And I think as a coach, you can tell the difference when a player like Nate shows up and the energy of the practice. So I agree with you. It's just, there's something that you bring onto the field, which is really good. And I think for me, something that I love about the game is that it has allowed me to connect to humans that I would have never connected before. Like you were born in Haiti, you were born in Panama, I was born in Colombia. And the chances of us sitting on
the same table,
what are we? It's a November something in 2025. Like the chances of that. And then on top of that, you have the same birthday as me, which is
crazy.
Wild.
This is wild again.
So the game has been so influential in my upbringing as a human, not just as a player. And so I would just love to hear from you guys. When did your relationship with the game start? We can start with you, Nate.
I think actually it started way earlier than I thought it did, because I thought I started like loving like the ball around when I was like 6 years old. But actually, like I found like a very early picture that it was like I was like 3 years old and I already had a ball in my hand. With my uncle. So I grew up in a family that like loves soccer. So yes.
Did your dad play soccer?
Yeah, my dad did play soccer. In like his early age.
How did you know that like there was a connection between you and the game?
Because when I was aware of it was like during the World Cup in 2014. Okay. So I remember I didn't know anything about the sport, not that I remember till this point. But like it just for the whole tournament, I was very I watched almost every game, especially I followed.
Who were you rooting for?
Argentina. I was an Argentinian fan since like little.
2014. Was that when they got to the final? Yeah.
I cried that day actually.
For real?
Yeah, that was the first time I cried about soccer.
Why?
I don't know why. I can't tell you, man. It's just I liked Messi, but I liked Argentina mostly because my mom was like an Argentina fan. So like it just.
So she's from Argentina?
No.
Okay. Why is she in Argentina?
Because it's basically in Haiti, basically like half of the country is split. Because we don't really get to play like the tournaments, so it's Brazil or Argentina. You're either for like rooting for Brazil or Argentina.
I feel like teams that don't make it to the World Cup normally.
So like she was like her dad was Argentina fan, so she just became one, and my uncle, me, so yeah.
And then what about your dad?
My dad's a Brazil fan,
No way.
Yeah.
So in the
my dad's side of the family is Brazil, and my mom's side is Argentina.
Damn, how does that work at home?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But you had two choices, Brazil or Argentina.
Yeah.
I need to understand what made you get to Argentina.
Mostly Messi, because I didn't really understand anything about the game, but like I just saw him
Messi?
playing, and it's
What about it? Talk to me.
Just like how easy he makes everything looks, you know. Like he's just literally talent pure. So
damn,
he just made like me as a little kid like the game, just seeing him move with the ball and everything. So yeah, I just became his fan. Yeah.
We're so committed to people when it comes like to Infinite Ballers, to Infinite the podcast, and it's crazy how when you think about Messi, like there was people from Brazil that wanted Messi to win the World Cup. That's unheard of. Anybody from Brazil, and I think it just speaks of the beauty of like it's not even about the sport, but what a human can make you feel, which is crazy. He crossed the borders for so many people.
Yeah.
And then, wait, before we go any further, how does your dad feel about you being an Argentina fan?
At first, that's funny.
Like, he really loves you, bro, because he's taking you everywhere.
I know, but I remember, like, that's like a memory that's just stayed in my mind. It's like early age. I remember it was like around that World Cup, and then like my mom was on the phone call with my dad, and then we were watching some game, and then he was like, and my mom was like, oh, who are you rooting for the World? It was before the World Cup, and I was like, I don't know, I like Messi, so I'm gonna be an Argentina fan. And then my dad was like, oh, you're gonna cry because Argentina's gonna lose. Which eventually I did cry, but
he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong, but like also Brazil fan really cried because of the 7-0. Yeah,
7-0.
I remember that. Yeah,
I remember
a lot of people were crying that.
Because the game before that was against Colombia.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, you were rooting for Colombia, I guess.
Course,
of course.
I was so angry. I don't know if I cried. I have cried. I think in the '98 World Cup, Colombia got eliminated, and I remember I cried, and it was similar to you. Like I couldn't explain to you why.
Yeah,
like. It wasn't that I had gone to watch them in the stadium. It was like it might have been just a passed on passion from my family. But I remember crying, and I called my dad. He was at work. He was like, "What?" I was like, "No, but Colombia." I was like, "Bro, I'm like 4 years old. How does a 4-year-old
I know
that deeply?"
I was like 6 years old too at that time. Like I don't know. I don't know why. Like I didn't understand anything about the game yet. You know, I was playing sometime at school. Yeah. But it's just passed down, like the family, the passion.
Yes, it's just passed down. Yeah. I feel you. Derek, who do you support?
Like who team?
Yeah.
Like before Panama qualified to the Mundial, to the World Cup, I support Brazil.
Oh, so another opposite. Yeah. Why Brazil?
That because Neymar, Neymar. The thing has like my favorite players, like Neymar. That moment, like.
What about him?
Marcelo.
Okay, Marcelo. Yeah. What about Neymar and Marcelo? Do you like?
What about?
Why do you like him?
Oh yeah, obviously Neymar, his play style, like he's awesome, and Marcelo too, like the ability that he has, like to defend and attack at the same time, like he's awesome. Yeah.
Messi or Neymar?
Hey, we argued about this already.
Yeah, we had like this.
we had this conversation already. I told him like I give it to Neymar only 1 year, like the 2017.
1 year.
Yeah, the 2017 year when he was leaving Barca.
Okay.
That year, like.
Is that when they won the treble?
No. They won it 2015.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the year before he left Barca, because he left in the summer of 2017.
Okay.
If I'm not lying, but that season, like he was at his peak. For me,
that year,
he was better than Messi. For that year, I give it to him.
But every other year,
it's not even a conversation. He doesn't believe it.
Wait, why not?
I think that Neymar like did to Barca like too many like good things. Like in that moment in 2017, when they won like the Champions League.
Yep.
I think that Neymar hadn't like got the como reconocimiento.
The recognition.
The recognition, like he
deserved. Yeah.
How did you feel when? Wait, are you a Barca fan?
No, I'm a Real Madrid fan.
Okay.
But I love Neymar.
I always thought that Neymar was more of a Real Madrid essence rather than Barca. I don't know. That was just me.
Yeah.
But so how did you feel when you found out that he was leaving Barca? You thought it was a good thing, or?
No, because I liked when he played in Barca because the Clásicos.
And when they played against Madrid, you would support who?
Like Madrid. But I always
you want Neymar to score 3, but Madrid won
4.
4-3. Yeah, that's it. When he went to PSG, I think like the Clásicos, that games are not going to be like the same thing.
How did you feel when Neymar left? You think it was the right thing or?
Nah, like I didn't like the decision at all. I feel like if he had stayed after that season, he probably would have won a Ballon d'Or or something. Yeah.
That's true. He hasn't won. He hasn't won one.
It's crazy. I always thought so. Like, if he had stayed in the team, Barcelona would have probably went and like win the Champions League the next year after.
Yep.
And
why do you think he left?
Just like to get like the the recognition.
Yeah. Because he wasn't the main guy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, some people like a lot of people would have done the same. Like,
what would you have?
Me, I don't know, man. I'd had to be in his position, to be honest. Yeah, because I don't feel like I would, because like Messi and him and Suarez had a good like chemistry going on.
Yeah.
And then also like leaving to go to like a French league with at that time was not that competitive or like popular. I think I would have stayed. I'm not gonna lie, because like I'm playing with the best player in the world, like and the best team of the world. Like I would have probably stayed. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like I would never know, because I'm not in this position.
Yeah. And then what do you think?
Yeah.
Or what would you have done?
I would have stayed too, like and make like my own
legacy.
History, legacy.
Yeah.
Bars. I think that he could like give more to Barca and achieve more things.
But you really believe that Neymar is better than Messi?
No. No.
Is he?
Because Messi is Messi.
What does that mean?
Like the things that both of them has like different play styles. Like, I love the way that Neymar plays, but
I think Neymar is more skilled than Messi.
Yeah. And this is like more visually like better, but Messi has done like things.
Yeah.
Like wow.
Messi. Yeah, I agree. I think, and I think that's something, the beauty of the sport, that you don't have to be the most skilled to be the biggest differentiator in sports.
The thing is, Messi plays simple, but Messi plays simple, but he did like, and he does like the things like better but simple.
And he does it all the time.
Yeah.
And I think Messi could play winger 10, 9, 6, 8.
Yeah.
And I think Neymar is more like winger. 10, winger.
Yeah.
I don't think he would be able to be that.
Yeah.
Diverse. What is the word? Diversified. Versatile.
Yeah, versatile. Versatile.
Okay, so the Neymar Messi debate is over.
He finally admitted.
Is there anybody better than Messi? Just
for me, no, man. No.
Do you like Ronaldo?
No, I love Ronaldo, but Messi is better.
Messi is better. Yeah. And then of all time.
For me, the best player all time for me is Ronaldinho.
I'm really.
Yeah. You agree with that?
Yeah. For me, like, if we're talking talent, I don't think there has ever been a player better than Ronaldinho. Yeah. But he just couldn't carry his like bro. If he had Messi mentality, he probably would have won. He would have definitely been the best player ever. Yeah. But if we're talking talent, I give it to him.
Yeah.
But I think like Brazilian players are like that.
Yeah.
This is like
they're gifted.
The essence of them. So
yeah.
I think that Ronaldinho is like the combination of Neymar and Messi.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I would not disagree with the fact that Ronaldinho, if he had the discipline, untouchable. Yeah.
It would not even be a debate. And not even close.
And I don't think there's Messi without Ronaldinho.
Exactly.
And I do appreciate how selfless he was. And again, like, it's not that Neymar was selfish, because Ronaldinho had his time, and so it's easier to pass it on when you already had your time. But Neymar hadn't fully had his thing. So I don't judge Neymar because with that amount of talent, it has to be hard to
not want to be like the number one. To not,
I think you only get one shot at this thing, and why not go and try it?
It could have went like perfectly for him. Mm-hmm.
And I also don't think another reason why I would pick Ronaldinho is because I don't think, like, in a team sport, I don't think Messi has the relational intelligence that Ronaldinho had. Like the way that Ronaldinho brought Messi under his wing, and he wasn't intimidated. And it's not that Messi was intimidated, but Ronaldinho has this like friendship more than like we're teammates. This is not like forget this like Champions League or friendly game. Let's go, 19-year-old, let's go. And I don't feel like it was natural of Messi to like bring Neymar like that and fully. And I think I guess Ronaldinho and Messi's age gap was much bigger. So it was easier for him to take him like younger friend. But there were but I do think that Ronaldinho brought Barca back onto the map.
For sure.
And if he doesn't do that, then there's
Messi,
there's no Messi. And I do feel that it speaks a lot about like the development of Messi. I especially because I don't think I think there's other players that are more skilled than him. And I do feel that him going to Spain at 12 was a significant influencer in his development, because I think that there's more Messis in Argentina playing in the street. And if they got that from 12 and up, I do think that they would also be able to get to that point. Which I think, again, it speaks to the mentality of the game, that there's something unique about being gifted with the skill, but there's these other components that can make a disproportionate difference and give you an advantage. I want to talk a little bit about, or before we talk a little bit about your first year in college, we just dove into you being a Brazil fan, but we didn't dive into who Derek is. And so tell the people, before we continue on our conversation, who is Derek?
I can describe myself like a person like enjoy too much like the moment, like enjoy the process. In my whole life, I've learned about this, like to enjoy the process. Like when the things like are not going well, I do like a step back. I think like good about the thing. I'm not worried about what is happening.
The outcome?
I just like learn, and I always try to be better.
How did you become like that?
I don't know, like for the experience, like for my life, my parents.
Is there examples? Or, or when you say your parents?
My parents always like teach me about this, like in life, like your process is not the same process that the other person, and you have to learn about it. Like the process like of Nathan is not the same of my process,
That's good.
And that's the thing.
That's so good, and especially like when we talk about relational intelligence in this space, I think especially with social media, it can get foggy in the sense that, I see somebody that looks like me and that might not even be as good as me, and they are going in a trajectory that like, why am I not? And at the same time, sometimes you feel like I'm doing so much better than everybody else, but it might just be because you're only posting the good things. There might be somebody younger and better than you. And I think that's something that, I don't think social media is bad at all. It's just how you use it. But I do think that there's this disproportionate access to distractions that not help us. It gets in the way of us being able to have that mentality that my process is different than this other person's process. And I think the nasty thing about it is that you begin to be resentful and you begin to be bitter and like compete instead of like, your process is different than mine, but we're both soccer players, and you don't find the common things that you have, which I think it is what is beautiful being able to run into each other as teammates, is that although it's different processes, there are some things that are similar. And I think it happens in everything, like in politics too, like everybody's fighting from different sides when like, no, you're both from America. Fighting on the opposite sides, the left, the right, but you're both from Panama, you're both and so that balance between my story is different, and the more that you know your process, the more that you're like, then he probably has struggles that I don't even know about, and then you appreciate the other person a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit about your first year in college. And I would love to know, because I remember when I was going into college, I was very skilled, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna walk in there and do my thing. And then sooner or later you realize like, there's some things that I was not ready for. And so I just wanted to know, is there something you thought that you were ready for, but when you got to college, you realized that you weren't? And
Yeah.
either of you can go first.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Like the summer leading to college, like I thought I was gonna go in there, like do my thing, you know, have a lot of playing time, cause I know like I cared about it a lot, and like I worked like for a good amount of time like during the summer, so I thought I was very confident. Like I going into it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna you know do my thing, but actually. Just like in life in general, you never know what's gonna be in the future. So it wasn't really anything close to that actually. So I had like during my time there, like I had to learn that, like what he said, something that I learned during this year, that not everybody's path is the same. You know, it took me, like it was hard for me to learn that, but yeah.
Give me examples, like a specific moment in which like you're sitting and you're like, damn, I didn't know. Like, was it like the level, the playing time, people weren't as good teammates as you expected, or maybe none of that, like something that like specific?
Anything like that had to do with the team was like good.
Okay.
Like the team was like very good, like we had a great bond together, but it was more like for like the playing time part, like I thought going in there, I was like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, get like really like play and everything. But then I realized that like some freshmen were doing like not, it didn't mean that they were more talented or anything, but sometimes, you know, soccer is not only like a skilled thing, it's also a mental, like some players were more mentally ready for me. Like I realized that I was so focused on like, oh, I want to play. Then like eventually, if I had the time to play, I wouldn't really get ready for it, because I didn't really appreciate like the time of, you know, staying on the bench and like watching the game and everything. And this is something like definitely working from like the next year I'm gonna like work on. But yeah, it's probably that part, that mentally, like being ready mentally part. That
it's so tough, because from working with athletes before they get to that place, and for some people it's high school, for some people it's a new club team, for some people it's college, for some people that same thing happens once they get into pro. And from working with athletes, they always come like, coach, can you help me work on my ability? Can we get on the field and work on defending, on attacking? And I'll help you because it's what you want me to help you with, but I try my best, like, yo, like there's another game that's going on at the same time, and it's the game in your brain and your ability to cope with your emotions and your ability to be able to be on the bench 5 games and get 10 minutes the next one and be ready to play as if you've been playing 90 minutes. It sounds easier than it actually is, but you need to have a mental capacity, a confidence and authority inside of you that when you step onto that field, those 10 minutes, you play the whole time. And there's so many different ways to do it. Like we've talked, like when you're in the bench, it's up to you whether you play 90 minutes or not, whether you're on the bench or you're on the field, because you could sit and it's really difficult to say it more than it is to do it, but it's even more difficult when you only start doing it when you start to be on the bench. So even before you get to the moment in which you don't have a lot of playing time, and let's say maybe it's a game where you're not playing for 10 minutes, but you play all the other, those 10 minutes when you come off the field, you're like, oh, I had a good game, take my socks off, boom, relax. When like, no, you could still play the next 10 minutes. Sit down and see like, how's that left back? If I was still in the game, like, could I still kill him there? Or like, how is the play that went in for me doing it? And so we always have the capacity to play 90 minutes, but we don't start to realize that until we are in the bench, you know? And so I think I wish that, and as much as I say to the athletes, I've learned that like, it's when they actually experience it that they're like, oh shoot, this is what I need. And I mean, it's still early, it's not late we can work on a lot of that. But that's something that's really helpful for anybody that may listen to this conversation. I was like, yo, I wish I spent more time in this, because my ability, and to be honest, like working with players of all levels, when you get to a high level, the skill is not the differentiator. It's everything that affects the skill. And if everybody is similar skill is everybody who has learned to master all these things outside, from eating to mental to sleeping to fitness, and all those things are actually the ones that are going to make that bigger difference. So I'm really glad that you were able to learn that, you know, and then you can work on it in this next few months. Derek, what was something that for you were like, I'm ready for this, and then you're like, oh, hold up.
Yeah, okay. The thing was like, I thought that I was like ready like to be and live like by myself in like in a new country, like with other people, you know, without my parents. There's nights like when I am by myself, I think like, wow, like this is a reality. I don't have like my mom here like to do my laundry or to make like a food for me. You know, I have to wake up, to walk, like to look or to find my things. You know, and I think that this is the most like difficult thing that I had here.
Yeah. So you miss the things that used to be normal. Like,
yeah.
You underappreciate the wealth that is to have mom and dad.
Yeah.
What's your mom's name?
Nixia.
Nixia, and dad?
Marcos.
Marcos. What's mom's name?
Valerie.
Valerie, and dad?
Samuel.
So I always like to make sure that we give a shout out to these people. That like there's nothing that we could do without the people around us, no matter how talented we are. And it's a beautiful thing that I think for parents, I remember my mom, it was so difficult for her to see me leave home, and it was like a piece of her left. And I think I leave chasing a dream, and I forget that my mom is losing something, and then it's not until those little things happen, like laundry, food, alone, like no matter how well or how bad you play, you're always a starter for mom, you know, and it's just the feeling of being a starter that you miss, whether it's on the field or whether like I feel like a starter when my mom does my laundry. I feel like a starter when my mom makes a fire meal, and so you put that into the you factor that into a new environment, and maybe soccer's not going as well as you think, so you start to appreciate. All that to say that as uncomfortable as it may feel, is such a beautiful reminder of how good we have it. And I mean, for me, I'm lucky to still have mom and dad. There's not everybody gets to say that, like they're still alive, and I know that one day I won't have them, you know? And that's a reality, unless I go first. But it infuses gratitude, which is it's a beautiful part of the process. I would love to go, yes, there were some difficult things that you guys maybe were not expecting, and as it is with life, but I want to dive into maybe what do you feel that you guys in this first semester are most proud of yourself? And you started the last one, so we'll go with that. What are you proud of most?
Okay, the most thing that I'm proud by, like, is like I learned to be like by myself. Like, even when I live with him, but I learn about it, to be by myself, like to do my own things. Like,
when you say you learn, like what does that mean?
Like, I realized and I appreciate like the things, like to be by my own, you know, by myself. That's like that, because when I am here, when I get here, I knew that I was going to play, you know. That was not like a problem for me, but I got the other part, like when the classes, you know, the classes, to meet new people, learn the language, you know, and I am proud like how fast I could to learn, and like, that's it.
So learning to be on your own, in a different ecosystem, in a different universe type of thing. Nate, what are you proud of most?
So it's actually like the other way around for him. Like, you know, for him, like the part of like socially, and he had to learn that part.
Yeah.
And then like the sport part, like he already knew that he was good with it. Yeah. Well, for me, it's like the other way, like
Bro,
the social part.
You're a master in social and relational intelligence.
Because I've moved so much in my life that really like I did get a little homesick. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't really that, you know.
Wait, hold on. I don't mean to interrupt, but I am going to interrupt because you are so good at relational intelligence, and I don't even know if you know how good you are at it.
Probably. I get it a lot, but for me, it's just like, a normal thing.
Like if somebody is making a move like that into a new environment, like how do they walk into a place with confidence to create relationships like you do? Like, what is it?
I mean, something I always like. I did get that question before, but I mean, we're all humans, you know. Like everybody should be able to talk with everybody with not having, you know, to really be scared or anything. So that's just for that part. Like I just go somewhere and, you know, just make new connections, get to know new people. Like I don't think it should be something I should be shy about or like, you know, because like at the end of the day we all like everybody's human, like we get to do like the same amount of things, like
you get hungry, I get hungry,
like we drink water, you breathe air, I breathe air, we like I think everybody should be able to communicate with everybody and like get to know everybody without being like scared of it.
That's something that we try in Infinite Ballers to always be so upfront about, that we actually coach the human underneath the athlete, and your athletic career is finite, and so whether you make it or not, your soccer player career is going to end, but there's an infinite part of you that lives underneath that athlete, and I think the people that understand that at the core have such an easy time, because it could be easy to, when you're not getting playing time, you let that define you. And so that would be the equivalent of letting a finite expression of you be the identity of an infinite version of you. And I mean, I don't know that that's what you were going to pick, that you're the most proud of, but I just got to say that like you're really good at the relation. And a principle to be good at relational intelligence, like you're saying, is be able to see everybody as humans, not the starter, not the worst player on the team. Like, you're just human. I eat, you eat. I shower, you shower. Hopefully. But all right, what are you proud of most?
At first, not getting the play time that I really wanted to, it did affect me like a lot mentally. Like at first, it did a lot, but overcoming that part and like accepting it and like, you know, still going with the same, you know, passion for the game, and like every practice, like still going hard.
What got you to continue?
Cause, you know, like I like that's actually one of my teammates there, and I'm gonna shout him out. Nico.
What's his full name?
Nico Lampros.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout him out, cause like he made me realize that, cause we have a group like before every practice and every game we pray, like before getting on the pitch. So like he made me realize that it's actually like to get to play the sport is already too much. Like there are people that wish they could play the sport. They're like mad talented, but God forbid they're missing a leg or arm, and they can't play at the level they should be playing. And then like me being there and like getting like to practice with a team, being around the team, like traveling and everything, and worrying about, you know, playing time. Like it would be unfair for these people. Like that's something he made me realize. Like, so like I think the thing that I'm more proud of is just overcoming the stage of like, oh, I'm not getting playing time, and not letting it affect me as a person. Like he also helped me during that time. Like he made me like realize, he was like, don't let that affect you that much, and then just keep going. And then eventually like if I did or did not get to play more by the end of the season, like it didn't matter, just go from there and like next year, because I always like to use that quote that everybody's road to success is not the same. Like everybody's, you know, we're gonna make it there, but somebody's probably gonna make a jump and make it there, but you probably have to walk 100 miles and make a jump to make it there, but you're still gonna make it eventually.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm more proud of.
Yeah, I like that. And I think sometimes when we look too much of other people, like make it there, like we forget that the there can be different. We might not even know the there.
Yeah.
You know, and we think like, I want to make it there because he made it there, because he made it there, because my parents want me to make it there. Sometimes it's like, am I living my parents' dream or am I living my dream?
Yeah.
I'm convinced that the reason I got into sports was because I was born in Colombia. Had I been born somewhere else, it might have been another craft.
Yeah.
But then being able to identify what the there is and constantly like reflect like, okay, and I do feel that there's a lot of like, it has a lot to do with God and being able to go back, like God created me, so like he knows where there is for me. And I do feel that sometimes I remember myself as a soccer player, when you're so invested, you forget to go back to your creator, to be like, yo, like you created me, what's there for me? Because then for me, sometimes soccer became my God. And so there always had a destination that had to do with soccer.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was, when I came out of my mom, like I didn't, like soccer was not a thing. And you know, had I been born in another country, soccer would have never been a thing, but there was still a there that was aligned with my name, you know? And so I think not giving up is a beautiful next step. Even when you don't know where there is, continuing and trusting. And I love that your friend gave you that perspective, which I think is so powerful. And 2 more questions, and we'll come to a close. One of the questions that I really like to propose or have athletes think about is, once soccer ends, what do you guys feel like you guys will enjoy doing, or what have you thought about after being a player? What is something that you feel you gravitate to, or you feel that you're good at, that you may want to chase? I think he answered first last time.
Well, for me, like when I was a little kid, I was focused on, I gotta make it pro, gotta make it. But you grow, and then you get into like
you grow.
Yeah.
Like we all stay.
Okay.
We all. I didn't grow.
Okay, but you grow and like age, not I.
Cool.
Yeah, and like maturity and everything, and you realize that sometimes like it's just like you said, like you're there, like the there that I visualized would be like, to make it professional, or like, but probably it wasn't the plan of God for me, so, you know. But I'd say like after soccer, I want to like help other athletes to like either like play college, you know. That would be the plan for me, like, cause like I know, just like you are, just to be like a good advisor for them, cause like cause like I know other friends of mine who were in the same situation as me, and like let it get way more of a hold of them, you know, like not getting playing time and like them affect them way mentally. So now that I know like how it feels, like I feel like I would be a good person to like have good advice to give to other players. So like probably like when I graduate, probably have like you know, just like a company, I guess, to like help players get into like college play, and just like keep like giving them advice, you know, being a person like that can help them. And then that's probably it.
So be like a guiding voice.
Yeah, basically.
To people who have similar stories that you've been through.
Yeah.
What would be something that, well, we'll get to that in a second. Let's go with Eric.
Okay, I think the same thing that Nathan, like the kids that starts to play soccer when they begin, like he always tried to think like, I want to be a pro.
Yeah.
But like I say, you have to enjoy the process, because you don't know if like at some point like you got injured or your life changed like completely, you know. Usually I don't think about like the future too much. I try to be focused like in the moment, because right now I think like I wanna play soccer, I wanna be better, like a pro, like to get like another level. But I don't know if soon like I got an injury, like change my life like completely, and then I have to try other way, like other path. That's it. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think similar. I hear so often about the process being so important, and I think it is very important. But I do feel that there's another ingredient that is also as important, or maybe even more important, that I think you might miss if you're not present, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you got the process, but then you have the people in the process.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we're concerned about the destination or how do I get there, and we miss the richness of humans that are next to us. And like when you get to the real world, it's who you know that's gonna get you to the next one. Is Messi being friends with Ronaldinho? Like Messi wasn't friends with like the guy on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't the process of Messi, is who he was connected to be able to get to a higher expressions of themselves, and little things like now you get to come to Boston and meet, and this is a part of the process, but now you personify with the who, and your relationship will probably, you always know each other. And so being able to, what you guys are saying is that you want to help another person, I think is what I feel humans were designed to do. No matter what is, if it would have been basketball, you probably would want to help younger basketball players. If you have been musicians, you probably want to help younger musicians. And so I think that all that to say that like we are just wired to give back to similar expressions of us, and I think that's a beautiful way to go about, especially in such an early time of the soccer development in college, because now you get to go back into university and like, okay, every single time that you don't play, you're gaining knowledge of how I'm going to help somebody who doesn't play. And every single time that you do play, you're gonna learn how, oh, now I can help somebody who doesn't play and then goes and gets to play, and how hard it is to go from not playing to playing. And that's special insight that maybe somebody who always plays doesn't have. So it's gonna make you an even richer mentor. And then whatever your story is, like being able to, a player who has to go and become independent and live without mom and dad and be so separated in such a way, you can help that player in a way that you can't play. And I think that's beautiful to be able to, all of these things that bother me are actually the material that's gonna make me a better mentor or better guide. And so all that is just almost as if like, now I want more difficult things. Because more difficult things are gonna build me better, you know? Last question for today, and because maybe we do another round of podcast, and maybe after your full year, we see how you guys continue to develop. But the last question is, if you could give advice to a high school senior that's about to enter college, what would you tell him?
You can start.
All right. Mostly to like enjoy like the moment, like enjoy, like it's something that I didn't get to play all 4 years of high school, because like I was in the year for both, for freshman and sophomore, so I didn't have the high school soccer experience. But then I played junior and senior. It was like, now I look back at it, it was probably like the best. Like obviously I don't know what's forward for me, but it was the highlight of my soccer career, I could say. So like mostly, think about like playing higher level or like club or anything, but the high school soccer is just high school soccer. It's like playing for your national team, basically. So to like mostly enjoy the moment that you get to play with your friends that you see every day at school, you know, and like basically like taking account like the gift that you have to like get to play with everybody every day, and not to focus about what's next, and just focus of like the year that you get to play, basically.
And so the advice would be enjoy that present moment. Do you feel like that's also an advice that you could use right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, like the same thing. Like and also like don't worry, or don't get tired like to to make mistakes. Like
Yeah.
if you can, you make mistakes, because those mistakes gonna like build a good person, a better person in the future, you know. And that's it. Like make mistake and learn about it. And also like a thing that I was doing like other day, like what can I do to not regret like tomorrow? You know?
Okay.
Like,
I like that.
In the moment. Like,
Yeah.
Think like very well. What are you are doing like in the moment to not regret like tomorrow?
Yep.
You know?
I like that.
And that's it.
I like that. Yeah. So, no mistakes, or no, don't be afraid to make mistakes, and live a lifestyle that tomorrow you don't regret.
Yeah.
What today looked like.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. And then you be in the present moment.
Yeah, just enjoy the moment.
Those are such good principles that I think you can put them into relational intelligence. Sometimes the reason that we don't do relationships well is because we're so caught up in where I want to go.
Yeah.
You know, and so you become more like, I like this coach if he starts me. I don't like this coach if he doesn't start me. But you miss the opportunity to have a relationship with a human, right? And then emotional intelligence, if you're afraid to make mistakes, you don't realize that mistakes is also the material from which you become an expression of you that was not there before, you know? And then for character development is another principle that I love a person that just goes face first into mistakes. And I love an athlete that like they're not afraid to lose. Like those are the most unstoppable athletes. When I don't know if you guys seen the movie Joker from Batman. They made a movie of Joker, and Joker is just this sick in the head that it's almost like the moment something goes wrong, they get more excited. And you need to have this. It's almost like this nasty, supernatural, unstoppable, fearless expression of you, not just in sports, but you don't know when you might lose a significant other or when you will lose mom or dad. And as much as it will hurt, you have to find this voltage to like, okay, this is only gonna make me better. Now I get to write their story with them not being here. I can continue their legacy, but you being able to okay, it might not be what I want, but I'm gonna continue. So I think these are such rich principles that if you guys, and I feel like sometimes I have insight that I give out to people and I forget to do it myself, you know? And so if you two guys can just take these things for this next semester, I think you guys will have an advantage on the Nate from semester one and the Derek from semester one, and just like, okay, this is the principles that I would help others like this. Let me help myself with that. Guys, it was so good to have you guys. Your English is very good. Like I think I remember I talked to you about Sebas. Sebas was a player that his development was he like skipped steps in how good he would get in shorter periods of time. And I think it was correlated to the fact, for me, I thought it was correlated to the fact that he's also in a new country and he has to, every single time he speaks, he has to face the opportunity of making a mistake. And so he was more desensitized from mistakes than the person that knows English. So he didn't have to make as many mistakes. So believe it or not, that is something that's going to give you an advantage because you make more mistakes than most of the people who speak natural English. And so the mistake on the field is not going to bother you as much. Any last final thoughts that you would like to take away from this conversation, or anything that you guys feel should be said?
No.
You good?
Me neither.
Yeah.
Actually, for like you like what would be, because you played Division I soccer. So like what would be the advice you would give to like a college athlete?
That's a great question. The best advice I would say is you have to believe in something greater than you. I think for me, it was my relationship with God. And so for me, some of the closest relationships that you can identify is like parents, because like I was saying, you're never not gonna be a starter for mom. You're never not gonna be a starter for dad. And I knew that I was never not gonna be a starter for God. And I believe so strongly in how much God loves me that when I had a good game or a good practice, that didn't make God love me more. And when I had a bad practice or a bad game, that didn't make God love me less. And I was telling people today, and I think it might have been on a story, it's like, yesterday was my first year anniversary with my wife, and when you go from fiance to husband, it's a switch in title, and so it feels different. You feel uncomfortable with the title of husband, but after 365 days of being a husband, like I'm a little bit more relaxed in my own skin, like I know I'm a husband, and so I think it works the same way with God. If you don't remind yourself for 365 days that you are a starter for God, then you're gonna step into life insecure. You're gonna step into life not like you're a starter. You're like, I don't know if I'm a bet, like, cause then you become defined by, did I do good in my school? Did I do good with this girl that I'm talking to? Then like, and then the girl dumps you, and then you get bad grades, and then you're not doing well in soccer, and then you break. But you're still a starter for God. And so I would say, for me, it would always be, can I always create time for my relationship with something that's greater than me? And for me is God and Jesus. And you might have been at the Bible study where if I told you guys that Ronaldinho was going to do extra sessions every single day for 1 hour, how many would you miss? And the answer is none, bro. Like I'm gonna show up every single day because Ronaldinho has something that I wish I had. Spending 1 hour with Ronaldinho in every day of the year will make me a better soccer player. And so for that same reason, spending 1 hour or 10 minutes with God 165 days of the year is gonna make you, whether you want it or not, better at life. And soccer becomes part of life. And so that's what it is for me. And I know sometimes God can feel really far away, because sometimes I pray and I'm like, are you gonna say anything, bro? Like I'm struggling, you know? But then I get to see the expressions of God, like mom, dad, sister, wife, guys that I train. Like I can see because I spend time with God, now I can see the God in you, and I can see the God in you, and so I feel like I'm surrounded by God. And so if I get to see God in everybody, and God doesn't put me on the bench, then I'm like, oh, I'm always starting for Nate as Nate's friend. You're not gonna bench me as your friend, you know? And so that's a long answer to that question of those 4 years, but the reality is, to any new season of life, if you know that you're always a starter for God, bro, you're unstoppable, you know? How's that?
That's a very good question. I mean, very good answer, actually.
That's a very good question. All right, guys, thank you for watching. We had two very, very amazing young men who not only I think are very good athletes and very good young men, but they are wired like I could just feel it inside of you guys, that you have something that every time you step into a place, you add something that the place didn't have before. And you don't even have to speak the language to bring it. So thank you guys for coming to the Infinite Podcast. I don't believe this will be the last one. No. Because anytime I hear somebody that I enjoy talking to, my excuse to listen to you more and converse again, come back here, because you can't leave the seat until I say so. But, all right, Nate, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for bringing Derek. Nice to meet you, brother. All right. I forget to do this all the time, but if you were watching and you enjoyed this conversation, follow us on the Infinite Podcast and share with somebody. And Nate, we had Nate and Derek. I think they might increase our female followers. Whoa. That's what we were talking for real. Because I jump in and I mean, I won't say if I'm good looking or bad looking, but I got my wife. So then they're gonna be like, nah, we can't. So maybe you guys will increase our female viewers, you know. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next episode. Take care.
Thank you.